I was one game away from being done with competitive Pokémon. I wasn't having fun. I felt like I only needed to get better, to prove myself to others. I needed to win games just to feel good about myself. And the worst part, I didn't even notice when it stopped being fun. I was done with VGC. But one thing completely changed how I see competitive Pokémon. Let me show you. When I started playing competitive Pokémon, I felt great. I tried out new Pokémon, new strategies, and I played simply because I enjoyed it. But somewhere along the line, a switch flipped. It stopped being about fun, and I didn't realize it until it was almost too late. Back when I first got into VGC, everything felt new. I didn't care about the meta. If a Pokémon looked cool, it was worth trying, and it went on the team. When I saw a random strategy on ladder, I copied it straight away and had so much fun refining the team until it got better. I remember going into tournaments or ladder without any expectations. No team plan, no game plan, I was just playing for fun. I remember streaming those games, and looking back at it now, I had so much fun back then. I didn't refresh my rating every time on Showdown. I didn't even think about what others might think of me. I was just testing, learning, and I didn't even care if I made a mistake or two. But that version of me is long gone. That version slowly disappeared without me noticing it. At some points, my goals changed. When I wanted to get serious about Pokémon VGC, I started caring about every misplay, how bad I actually was, what others might think of me. I felt I needed to get results. I spent days building meta teams and doing really long ladder sessions to help me improve. The problem? It didn't make me better, and I slowly but surely started to lose control. When I was finally happy with a team, whether if I copied it from someone or built it myself, I do start testing it, and with every loss, I didn't start making excuses like a lot of players do. Instead, I turned on myself. I kept telling myself how bad I was, that everyone would laugh at me if I didn't win. Instead of thinking about what I could learn, I was stuck in a negative loop. And my brain always went, I need to get better. I need to prove myself. I need people to say I'm not bad. I want to share a small story. When Regulation H was first released in 2024, I was on holiday in Germany. And I didn't enjoy my vacation at all, because I was just thinking about all the time I was wasting by not playing Showdown. I grabbed my laptop and played Showdown all day. There was even a local I went to, and it did so badly, I went back home, disappointed, and the first thing I did? I opened Showdown again, refining my team, playing games until I finally won, and it got to the point where I started stressing when I wasn't playing. That's when I said to myself, I need help, I don't want this anymore. And that's when it hit me. I wasn't playing VGC because I loved it anymore. I was playing because I felt like I had to. For results, for content, for some imaginary standards I thought I needed to reach. I was one bad session away from quitting completely. Not just taking a break, actually walking away from the competitive scene. But that's not where the story ends. Because what happened next is what actually saved the game for me. And it might help you if you're in that same spot right now. After that moment in Germany, where I told myself, I need help. I don't want this anymore. I didn't fix my mindset in one day. But over time, a few things changed. And looking back, there are 4 big shifts that helped me enjoy Pokémon VGC again. The first one is really simple, but it helped me a lot. Play less when you start feeling stress. So, I took a detox for 6 weeks and actually went to look for help. This gave me a clearer mindset, and I realized something important. I don't need to play 8 hours a day to get better. 1 hour of laddering a day or even in 2 days is enough. And when I start to tilt or feel stressed, I just go play something else. There is more in life than only Pokémon, and I think that's really important. When I respected that, VGC became part of my life again, not my whole identity. The next thing is setting lower expectations. This is just not for Pokémon, this is life stuff. Before, I do think I played with this team for a week, so I need to win an online tournament. If I don't, I'm not good enough. That mindset is brutal. So instead, I started changing the goals. For example, I want to try to make top cut in the next 3 online tournaments I play. If it doesn't happen, I change teams and try again. Or I want to play a ladder session with Zoroark or Hisuian Zoroark and just see how it performs. These kinds of goals take pressure off you, because if your only goal is a huge result and it doesn't happen instantly, you just burn yourself out. Pokemon and most things in life takes time to learn. You can't expect big results straight away. The third thing is acceptance, and this helped me a ton. You have to accept that results don't come straight away. Not from a team you built in one day, and not from a new archetype that you just picked up. Some things just take time. Not giving up is one of the best mindsets you can have, but only if you're focused on growth, not on instant success. Results will come if you practice enough, but you cannot demand them after 10 games. Sure, there are fast learners who do get results quickly. That proves it's possible, right? But it also means they've learned a skill you haven't mastered yet. The last thing I want to mention is don't be too harsh on yourself. Misplays happen. People make mistakes daily. No one is going to bring up a misplay you made in an online tournament a year ago. Everyone is focused on themselves. They're not just sitting here watching you every move you're thinking, whoa, this guy is terrible. So accept mistakes. Accept that you don't have to prove yourselves to others. That also means try new teams. Be creative. If you have a fun idea with Assault Vest Snow and people say it's bad, are you really just going to throw it out the bin? Or are you going to try it, see how it feels, and then decide? If it works, that's awesome. If it doesn't, you can always pivot to something else, but it's always worth trying. I didn't fix my mindset in one day, and you shouldn't expect it either. It won't be different the very next day you play. But step by step, I went from I don't want to play anymore to I am so excited to play this game right now. And if you're in the same place, burned out, obsessed with results, scared of losing, scared of what people might think of you, okay, so if you're watching this and you feel burnt out or stuck with VGC, here are a few things to try out. When out of stress or tilt, stop playing, do something else for a while. Don't force 8 hours on the ladder a day. Change your goals. Instead of I must win this tournament, try goals like make top cut in 3 tries or test Zoroark for 1 session. Accept that results take time. Don't judge yourself after one bad week with a new team. Be kinder to yourself. Misplays happen. Nobody is tracking your misplays from months ago. Allow yourself fun, creative teams. It is okay if a set doesn't work. You can always pivot out. And I know, changing your mindset is really hard. But if you're burnt out or you're not enjoying the game anymore and you're only playing for wins, fame, or prove yourself to others, I really recommend trying these steps. And if these steps aren't for you, that's also fine. There are so many people online, or maybe even your friends, who can help you. There are also a ton of videos on YouTube that talk about burnout and mindset. Not only in the Pokemon scene, but also just regularly. I just don't want anyone to go through the same experience I had. It was a really rough time. Right now, I'm genuinely enjoying the game again. And I don't even play that often anymore, but when I do, I really enjoy it. I'm doing ladder challenges, making content with Pokemon I love, and just having fun with it. I still have a bit of anxiety, but I'm working on that as well. I still have a bit of anxiety, scared of what people might think of me, but I'm working on it. I'm also not perfect. If you ever feel like quitting, let me know why in the comments. Tell me if you agree or disagree with these takes I had. This is just some personal experience and what helped me. I will still be posting VGC content, tournament runs, fun teams, maybe some analysis, but now with this new mindset. So if you want to join me on that journey, consider subscribing. And if you want to see how I play in online tournaments, there's a playlist on screen with online tournaments I played in. I will see you there.